Mr. Shad, Paul here. So what I've got in front of me is one of the masonite panels that was in your cabin, and they're all still in there except for we'd take two of the panels out to get to some rot around a window on the porch side, and the rot was behind this panel. So while the panel was off, there was a lot of paint. Just goobered up paint. I don't know. I can't imagine that the insides of this thing have been painted this very many times, but there was a lot of paint, and this paint went from like a few layers of paint to a few layers of paint that had just been a few extra layers of paint, almost, or extra thick layers of paint around the edge. So around this edge. So we had tried sanding it, and we were having difficulty getting it. It was taking a long time in the prep work. So we decided that, maybe we could change these out, or maybe we could cover them with vinyl. And then we recently bought a laser paint and varnish removal tool and mill scale. We can remove mill scale and metal with it as well. But we took that to it, and you can see kind of the pattern of the laser right here. This area had thin layers of paint, and this area, the paint was extra thick. Some of it looked like it had been put on with a mop. But anyway, so when we used the laser on it, it kind of left it with a fuzzy texture right here, and then left it with a harder, not soft and fuzzy texture right here. Now we can still do what we had intended to do, and that was to we can do a light sanding, and we can still paint this, or we could cover it with a vinyl, which would be really nice. And the vinyl, you can select white or cream colored or a light gray. You can select about any color you want. There's all kinds of colors of vinyl. And then we would put like a Landau roof foam underneath, like an 1/8" foam underneath it, and can make this a nice panel that can be installed. The other thing that we can do is we can just make new masonite panels. It took like an hour to do this paint removal, and that's the reason that I'm giving you these options. An hour for the paint removal. We've already spent a bunch of time trying to sand. If we would have done that, we would have done the paint removal if we'd have realized how ineffective the sanding was going to be. Of course, we didn't have a $16,000 paint removing machine at that point in time either. We can keep the old panel. We can take them out, remove the paint with the laser, paint these and put these back in, or we can put new ones made out of new masonite. The masonite itself was inexpensive enough, but of course you got labor, cutting out these odd shapes and so forth and installing them. Or we can just take these panels out, cover them with vinyl, and put them back in. So just wanted to get your preference as to what you'd like to do, and then we'll move forward on that. We're right now today, I could take you out there. I'll just do another video instead. But today we're doing a final sanding before we start putting the Whisper Gray on the sides of the boat. And so we're getting ready to actually having the color on the boat that you guys desire. So we'll talk to you soon. Just holler back at me with what you'd like to do. Thank you.